The record-breaking SGC 10 Wilt Chamberlain rookie card that just sold for $1.7 million. Why was it graded by SGC and not PSA? I'll tell you. Hey, it's Mike. Thanks for tuning back in. So last week, or actually a couple days ago, maybe even yesterday, I'm losing track of time, the SGC 10 Wilt Chamberlain 1961 Fleer rookie card sold for $1.7 million in a private sale through Golden Auctions, brokered by Golden Auctions. I talked about this card on my Sunday Clearing the Bases episode this past week. It's an amazing, amazing piece of history. So the Wilt Chamberlain rookie 1961 Fleer, it was found in a back closet of a grocery store in, I believe, Minnesota. And the family of the owners of the grocery store found it actually a few years ago. I would love to know what condition, not what condition it was in when they found it, because I know what condition it was in, but how was it stored? Was it still in a box? I would love to know that. The details are scant on this, unfortunately. Earlier this year, more than 60 years, remember they found this 60 years after it was made, but then a few years after they found it, they brought it into DK's Sports Cards in Minnesota. DK's had felt comfortable with SGC. They had a relationship with them, they had graded with them, and they trusted them. So they sent it off to SGC to be graded, and it came back a 10. And Peter Steinberg has said, and I've got the quote here, he feels very confident that it is the best Wilt rookie on the planet. And yes, there are 3 PSA 10s in existence, but those were all graded decades ago, like 20 plus years ago. And we know how PSA standards have changed since then, and they're probably not as good as this one. And this one, it is spectacular. So I texted the buyer and asked him, why was this graded with SGC instead of PSA? And he explained to me that, so the card came back from SGC, they called Golden, and they were going to sign an agreement to auction it with Golden. Golden was going to send it off to PSA to grade it, but a buyer came along and made them an offer, and they came to an agreement at $1.7 million. This is the highest vintage basketball card ever sold. I think the second highest was a PSA 10 Bird Jordan rookie Dr. J on it as well. It sold for $700,000 or $800,000. This one, though, dwarfs that, and rightfully so. This is one of the most iconic vintage basketball cards. It's top, I don't know, 3 to 5 vintage basketball cards, and the finest example ever. You'll never find another 10 this nice. You can't. It's not possible. Of course, this one wasn't possible either. So according to Collect, a PSA 9 in this card sold in 2022 privately for $670,000. I asked him, will you cross it to PSA? Because it's likely worth significantly more. And he said he thinks in a PSA 10 slab, which it inevitably would get, it's probably worth more than $3 million, but he's not going to cross it anytime soon. It's a long-term hold for him. He is a vintage, iconic card collector, and obviously investor too, but he has an unbelievable collection. So I asked him, how did you comp it? How did you know what it was worth? And he relied on experts like any intelligent person should, like this. And they looked at some various cards like the Oscar Robertson 10 that apparently sold privately recently to help determine what this 10 might be worth. So pretty smart. He said to me, this is a very unique and significant card. I would never have bought it if it wasn't. Yeah, that's true. According to Historic Hoopla on Instagram, who has a staggering vintage basketball collection, he sold his 1969 Topps autograph basketball set to this person as well. And I confirmed with the buyer, yes, he does have that as well. Very iconic set, all autographed. So, pretty amazing. What do you think this card is worth on PSA 10? Is it more than 3 million? Pretty cool story. I love these things. Today in my newsletter at junkwaxhero.com, I put in the details of my Pee Wee Reese number 100 in my list. And I also have learned new things since I did that video, which I love about this. People pointed me out to things. I discovered some things about the card and about our vintage YouTube community, collector community, that I shared in there that I think you will enjoy. Something about Chris from Missouri and something about Alex Bowman 53, how they are integral in that story. So go sign up for my newsletter. You can go read it on my website at junkwaxhero.com. It's free. Make sure you're subscribed and you get my newsletter every week. Monday is the big weekly update, and then I'm trying to get this, the list details out later on in the week too. So we'll see. And that's it. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll be out staining my house all day Saturday and then watching football and working on the Vermont collection on Sunday. So see you soon.